When I bought the old Bramwell farm, the locals told me one thing: congratulations, you're outside the HOA's grasp. That alone made the cracked barn, creaky windmill, and endless fields feel like heaven. I wanted peace, privacy, and land that no clipboard-wielding busybody could control. Turns out, the HOA never got the memo. 2 weeks after moving in, I found a letter taped to my gate. Welcome to Cedar Ridge Community. HOA dues, $600 per month. Failure to comply may result in fines or eviction. Eviction. On land that had been in private hands since the 1800s? I laughed so hard the chickens ran. I marched to their office the next morning. The president, Linda, a classic HOA. Karen with a frozen smile and a stack of violation notices, looked me over like I was a trespasser. You're on Cedar Ridge property, she declared. No, I corrected, placing the farm's original deed on her desk. Cedar Ridge is on my property. That wiped the smile off her face. She insisted the HOA had expanded. Jurisdiction, claiming the farm, fell under their new boundary map. The map was freshly printed, conveniently excluding the historic property lines. I told her bluntly they had no authority, and suggested she buy better ink for their lies. Days later, the harassment began. Fake fines in my mailbox. HOA board members trespassing to inspect. Even a threat that they would reevaluate whether my animals were permitted. That's when I stopped playing nice. I hired a surveyor to officially confirm the boundaries. Not only was my farm completely outside the HOA, half of their fancy new walking trail, community garden, and a chunk of their playground were on land legally, belonging to the Bramwell farm. Mine. I delivered them the report along with a formal notice. They had 30 days to move every structure off my property or start paying me rent. Commercial rates. The board erupted. They accused me of extortion, bullying, and undermining community cohesion. But the law was the law, and they were the ones who crossed the line, literally and legally. 30 days later, I watched contractors rip out their garden plots and dig up their walkway while Karen President stood fuming. Not only did they have to pay for removal, they reimbursed me for 3 decades of unauthorized land use. They stopped sending me dues after that. Turns out, when you buy an old farm outside the HOA, you don't just avoid their rules. Sometimes, you end up owning the land beneath theirs.